Perfect for his team. Mark only score. The first 8,000 fans will get a match. So make sure you come early. Folks, don't forget to come out to the game for Calendar Day. What better way to pass the year than with pictures of your favorite mascot, the Coyote and the Silver Dancers. Hey, Spurs fans, you gotta be there for our next giveaway. The Coyote is giving away bucket hats to every fan in the arena, so don't miss out. The best way to get your verified NBA tickets, your phone. Just download the Spurs app and click on the ticket button. The National Basketball Association and the San Antonio Spurs are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience.
MP, what's up?
Chillin', man, chillin'. Yo, you wanna do a jersey swap after the game?
I don't know, man. I don't do that too much.
Oh, come on, man, it'll be fun. I know. You wanna hang my jersey up in your trophy room?
You know what? If you win, I'll think about it. You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure. You ready?
If you say so. Good luck, bro.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Wilson out there with Josh Giddey. And it's Vucevic, then it's Buzelis, and it's Dosunmu in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Spurs, Zohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Vassell in at the 3. Well, here we are, Stan, beginning of the season. Certainly, what has stood out to you so far in these early days?
Well, Kevin, there's certain guys around the league you can already see who have worked hard and made improvements to their game in the offseason. Now they're just going to have to be able to sustain those improvements and make adjustments when defenses start to figure them out.
And that's the rub, isn't it? That's the tough part of this whole thing.
Adjustments never stop. They go back and forth and back and forth.
Now here's Wilson. Knocks down the 3 ball.
MP looking solid from there.
Now here's Fox. Launches a 3. Rebound by the Bulls. We've been following their streak game after game, and right now it's up to 13 in a row.
Well, you look at the discipline, the way these guys play under control, they never get out of balance when they find themselves in a hole. They just continue to fight, play their game, and enforce their own pace.
San Antonio with the ball, following the miss by MP. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Dosunmu. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Here's MP on the mark with the 15-footer. MP's got 5 points so far.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Fox passes to Vassell. Here's Castle, covered by MP. And yes, it's good.
A bigger guard, 6'6" Castle can just overwhelm defenders. Impressive for his age.
And Stan, a positive for the Bulls over the last couple seasons. They've really done a good job of taking care of the ball.
Yeah, Kevin, that's been an emphasis for them. You don't want to beat yourself. So you look up and down the roster, it's a pretty disciplined group. But it's also the kind of thing that can change from year to year.
Here's Fox, following the basket by MP. Over Giddey. Fox, no good.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
Count the basket.
You know, you're going to have success when you start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now, here's Vassell. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game.
Well, Vassell has the range to create a lot of trouble at the arc.
Giddey kicks to Vucevic. Right side, Wilson. Giddey, the pass to MP. A three-pointer off the mark. Spurs trail by 4. Here's Castle. Lays it up off the glass.
I love that basket from Castle. Heady play from the rookie.
Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs in their last game, a loss to the Suns.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
And being slow on your rotations is a killer. There's not a team in the league that won't punish you for that.
And here is Vassell. Following the three-pointer by MP, it's rebounded by Giddey.
Oh, and that would have been a spectacular alley-oop. Really difficult to get the timing right on those long ones.
The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Fox passes to Wembanyama. Now, here's Vassell. He's tightly guarded. In the corner, it's Wembanyama. Offline with his 3. Chicago leading by 7. MP outside. Tries a 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
Well, even though he hasn't been in the league a long time, MP knows exactly where to get his points.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Wembanyama sets a screen for Fox. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
All right, I'm just going to say it. He's 0 for the game. Might be time to stop shooting the ball.
Dosunmu, shot's good.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Vassell wide open. And the 3-ball is good. Vassell's got his second bucket tonight.
And what do you expect from Vassell? He's an accurate shooter from the perimeter.
In the corner, it's MP. That's good, and so Giddey with the assist.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they've come out with more energy and effort, and that's reflected in the score.
And so it's MP making things happen for Chicago. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. And we'll be back with you shortly. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And I've really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
Barnes out there with Johnson. Then it's De'Aaron Fox. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 5. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to the dominance that saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct, demand, be fair, and love them. You got to know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. And of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us? Perfect.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Branham, the pass to Mamu Kelishvili. 3-pointer, Fox. Collins grabs the miss.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Here's Wilson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems illogical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
The first free throw is good. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks, guys. Well, the Spurs, with some experienced additions, bringing in Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes, their mentorship is likely just as valuable to this young roster as their contributions on the court. And with legendary head coach Greg Popovich, they're creating an environment for growth in San Antonio. They're really building things the right way, guys.
All right, Shams, we appreciate the report.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
And so Fox will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs, trailing by 17. A floater. White with the defensive effort.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Collins, good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Fox passes to Johnson. To the inside. Here's Castle. And it's good from the elbow. Castle's got 6.
Castle has some of the best body control you'll see in this rookie class.
In the corner, it's MP. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Bulls lead by 20.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
From 10 feet out, Castle misses.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
For Chicago, they've gone a sensational 5 of 5 from the field since the start of the second quarter.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
On the court is your best squad. Our promo team is looking to throw out some t-shirts.
Some changes here for the Spurs. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Barnes, and it's Vassell in for Fox. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Collins. Buzelis comes in for Jalen Smith. Josh Giddey's checked in for Kevin Huerter. And after one half, it hasn't even been close. Bulls out front, up 19. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the Chicago Bulls.
Well, to be honest, a good shot for one person may not be a good shot for you. Each guy on this team has to understand his limitation and play to their strengths.
Self-awareness, an important trait for those who are constantly trying to get better. And it's time now for the best part of the show. Let's see what the fans have to say. This next one comes to us from Unicorn Armand. They ask, is a tomato a fruit or a vegetable?
Okay, Ernie, let me take this. In culinary terms, it's the vegetable. But from a botany standpoint, it's a fruit because of the seeds.
What do you mean botany? I bought plenty of tomatoes and I got all of them from the veggie section.
He said botany, as in the science of studying plants.
Science, you don't need to overthink it, Ernie. If it can go on a burger, it's a vegetable.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first two quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
Bulls leading by 19 points. And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Buzelis out there with Dosunmu. Then it's MP, and it's Vucevic, and it's Giddey in at the point. Spurs shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Coach, only two players have led the NBA in blocks as a rookie. Manute Bol and our favorite, Victor Wembanyama.
Well, Kevin, Wembanyama is already special defensively, not only as a shot blocker, but the amount of ground that he can cover to affect shots. And there are people around the league that believe that he can become the best defender of all time.
Spurs trail by 17. Down low. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Fox against MP with the drive. Count it. MP's got 26.
Oh, power move by MP. Could have been an and one there.
Fox passes to Wembanyama. Here's Castle, covered by MP. Three-pointer, Fox. And Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Buzelis. Back to MP. Shoots from the right block. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And he has 28 points for the game. The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Back to Fox. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Wembanyama high post. Vucevic on him. 4 on the shot clock. They get it back. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Giddey against Fox. Here's Wilson, and he has 28 points for the game. To the paint. Giddey the pass to Wilson. The Bulls need to get a shot off. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got his 5th assist in this one. And once again, Coach, the storied San Antonio franchise is on the upswing.
It sure is, Kevin. Look, they've got a Hall of Fame coach and a potential Hall of Fame centerpiece to build a team around. They've got great talent evaluators in the front office. You can't ask for a better recipe for success.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
For the 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. Outside, Fox. Pass to Wembanyama. Vassell outside. Bangs home the trifecta. Vassell's got 11 points.
Well, this is Vassell's game. He can do that all day.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Johnson is checked in for Vassell. And now in the first half of December, more games under our belt. The power rankings starting to take shape. You look at the Spurs. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And I think for Chicago,
They're just so locked in right now. It doesn't matter who they're playing.
3.5 minutes gone by. And some changes here for the Spurs.
Let him breathe, all right?
Mamu Kelishvili is checked in, and it's Harrison Barnes in for Sohan. De'Aaron Fox out there with Castle. Then it's Barnes. Then it's Johnson. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the San Antonio 5.
You love to see MP just attack that rim. Young players, take note.
Johnson with a screen on Giddey. And they call an illegal screen here. Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
Well, I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama. I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, oh, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
In the corner, it's MP. Good on the triple. MP. Wilson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, he's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Here's Vassell. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Bulls leading by 21. In the corner, it's MP. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 6 assists here tonight. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:58 left in the game. Here's Castle. They need this. They get the rebound. Wembanyama uses the glass to finish the layup.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
Inside. And again, MP.
Assists go.
MP's got 41.
Well, that's on the defense. How did they let MP get deep positioning like that?
Pass to Castle. Here he goes. And he dunks it down.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Bulls.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for MP.
Well, bottom line, he was just unstoppable at times. Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
On the wing, Dosunmu. Back to Wilson. Buzella sets a screen for MP. Right wing. Rebounded by Castle. 16 seconds left to play here in the fourth. San Antonio again missing. Wilson with it. Lets it go from deep. Off the mark. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So, for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
Good game, MP. Still want that jersey?
Yeah, man, for sure. You saw how hard I was working out there.
Then let's do it.
Oh, man, I appreciate it.
Hey, you earned it, bro.
You did your thing, bro. Good luck the rest of the season.
You too, man. Stay healthy.
You too.
They really thought they had a chance tonight.